It's an emergency. God says, very good news is coming for you. If you leave this, you will cry so much, so listen to God now before it's too late. Don't skip God. My child, this is not a casual moment passing through your day. This is an urgent turning point that holds a blessing so tender and powerful that if you ignore it, you may walk away from something that was meant to change your life forever. I am telling you clearly that very good news is coming for you. And this emergency is not about fear, but about timing. Because heaven has aligned something precious in your favor, and you must not drift away now. If you feel this stirring in your spirit, type 1111 in the comments as a sign that you are ready to receive what I am about to release. Stay with me closely, because what I am unfolding will touch your heart, your home, your future, and your peace in ways you have long prayed for in silence. This emergency means that the season of silent tears is closing, and a season of relief is approaching you faster than you realize, and I do not want you distracted or doubtful when it arrives. The very good news coming for you is connected to prayers you thought were unheard, to nights when you lay awake feeling forgotten, and to moments when you held on by faith alone while everything around you felt uncertain. If you leave this moment and treat it lightly, you will later understand that you walked away from reassurance that was meant to anchor your soul before the breakthrough appeared. Listen to me now before it is too late, because your heart needs preparation for the joy that is on its way, and preparation always comes before fulfillment. I know the weight you have been carrying, and I have watched you continue forward even when your strength felt thin and your hope felt fragile. This emergency is my loving interruption, not to frighten you, but to wake you up to the truth that I am actively moving in your life right now. Very good news is coming for you, and it will not arrive as a small whisper, but as a clear sign that I have been working behind the scenes in ways you could not see. Do not skip me in this hour, because your attention and your trust are part of the alignment that opens the door fully. Within your heart, there has been a quiet question about whether things will ever truly change. And today, I am answering that doubt with assurance instead of delay. The emergency is that your season is shifting quickly, and I need your spirit steady and receptive rather than distracted and tired. If this word touches your heart and you feel hope rising again, write Amen in the comments as a declaration that you believe very good news is coming for you. I am not speaking empty comfort over you. I am declaring a real movement that will touch your finances, your relationships, and your inner peace. Very good news is coming for you, because I have seen your integrity when no one applauded you, and your patience when no one understood you. I have seen the times you wanted to give up, yet chose to keep trusting me quietly, and those moments have not been wasted or overlooked. The emergency is that discouragement has tried to numb your expectation, and if you leave this now, you may step back into doubt right before the blessing steps forward into your life. Listen to me now before it is too late, because your faith needs to stand tall for what is arriving. You have sometimes believed that good things were meant for others, while you were destined to endure struggle without relief, yet that thought has never come from me. I am the God who restores, who rebuilds, who lifts, and who honors faithfulness even when it is hidden from public view. The very good news coming for you carries restoration in areas that felt delayed and healing in places that felt bruised. This is why I am calling it an emergency, because timing matters and your awareness matters in this hour. There is a door opening that you once prayed about but later assumed had closed forever, and I am telling you that it is not closed in my plan. Very good news is coming for you in a form that will surprise you gently and confirm that I have not forgotten a single detail of your story. If you leave this and sink back into hopeless thinking, you may cry later, not because the blessing failed, but because you allowed doubt to steal your readiness. Do not skip me now, because your spirit needs to stay anchored in trust. I am wrapping you in reassurance as I speak, because I know how fragile expectation can feel after repeated disappointment. This emergency is filled with love, not pressure, and with promise, not panic, because I am preparing you to receive something that aligns with my goodness over your life. Very good news is coming for you that will quiet your fears and remind you that my protection has been surrounding you all along. Even when you felt alone in your struggle, I was standing closer than your breath, guiding outcomes that you could not yet understand. I am asking you to remain steady in your spirit, because distractions and old fears will try to pull you back into doubt right before the blessing steps into your reality. Listen to me now before it is too late, because what is arriving will require a heart that is ready to receive without hesitation. There have been quiet battles you fought without telling anyone, and there were days when you felt emotionally exhausted but still chose to trust me anyway. I saw the strength you showed when no one was clapping for you, and I recorded every tear you wiped away while pretending to be strong in front of others. This emergency is connected to those hidden struggles, because very good news is coming for you as a response to faith that endured in silence. If you leave this place of listening and return to hopeless thoughts, you may later cry over how close you were to clarity and reassurance. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. The very good news coming for you is not shallow or temporary relief, but something that carries weight and stability into your life. It will touch areas where you have been waiting for change, and it will bring confirmation that I have been working even when everything looked delayed. I am not rushing you into anxiety, but I am calling you into awareness because the timing of this shift matters deeply. Stay present with me because your heart must be aligned with trust as this breakthrough approaches. There are doors that were once closed to you because it was not yet the right season, but now I am adjusting circumstances in ways that will make sense very soon. People who overlooked you will begin to see your value, and opportunities that once seemed distant will move closer with unexpected ease. Very good news is coming for you, and it carries restoration that will calm the part of you that felt forgotten. This emergency is simply my loving reminder that you must not disconnect right before connection arrives. You have sometimes felt as if you were standing still while others were moving ahead, yet I was shaping you in ways that required patience and endurance. I was protecting you from paths that looked attractive, but would have drained your peace and delayed your purpose. The very good news coming for you is tied to my protection over your life, because I have been guarding you from harm while preparing something better. If your heart feels stirred by this assurance, write 1212 in the comments as a declaration that you are ready for what I am releasing. I know the quiet fear that sometimes whispers that nothing will change and that you will remain in the same cycle of waiting. That fear does not come from me, because I am the God who renews seasons and transforms dry ground into flourishing land. Very good news is coming for you that will interrupt that cycle and replace it with progress you can see and feel. Listen to me now before it is too late, because doubt loses its power when you choose to believe that I am still working. There is also healing wrapped inside this good news, because your heart has carried wounds that you rarely speak about openly. I have been mending those tender places slowly, strengthening you without rushing your growth. The emergency is that the healing is almost complete in ways you cannot fully measure, and joy is waiting on the other side of this final stretch. Do not skip me in this hour, because your spirit needs encouragement to step forward boldly instead of shrinking back into old pain. Very good news is coming for you in relationships that felt strained and in conversations that once seemed impossible to resolve. I am softening hearts and clearing misunderstandings that have weighed heavily on you. I am also positioning supportive people around you who will recognize your sincerity and stand beside you with loyalty. This emergency is a call to remain open, because isolation would cause you to miss the comfort I am sending through others. You have been wondering whether your efforts truly matter, especially when progress seemed slow and recognition felt distant. I am telling you now that your faithfulness has been building something strong beneath the surface, and the results are about to rise into view. Very good news is coming for you that will confirm that nothing you did in love and integrity was wasted. If you feel your trust strengthening as you read this, write 10 inches the comments as a sign that you stand firm in faith. This shift will not come with confusion, but with clarity that settles into your heart peacefully. You will sense that I am guiding each step, and that reassurance will replace the heaviness you have been carrying. The emergency is not to frighten you, but to prevent you from walking away from hope at the very moment hope is becoming tangible. Listen to me now before it is too late, because your perspective in this hour shapes how you step into the blessing. Very good news is coming for you in practical ways that will ease financial pressure and open new paths of provision. I have not ignored the strain you felt when bills piled up and options seemed limited. I have been arranging solutions through people, ideas, and timing that will come together in a way that feels undeniable. Do not skip me in this season, because gratitude and trust will prepare your heart to steward what is coming wisely. You are not overlooked in my kingdom, and you are not forgotten in my plan, even when circumstances seemed quiet. I have been orchestrating events that will intersect in your favor, and you will soon recognize my fingerprints on what unfolds. The emergency is simply this, that you must remain anchored in faith rather than drifting into despair at the last moment. Very good news is coming for you, and it carries confirmation that I am faithful beyond what you have yet experienced. As this unfolds, you will feel strength rising inside you again, because hope is returning with renewed power. The tears you once cried in confusion will be replaced with tears of relief and gratitude. I am restoring your confidence gently, teaching you to expect goodness instead of bracing for disappointment. Listen to me now before it is too late, because your readiness will allow you to step forward without fear when the door opens. I am surrounding you with protection as this blessing approaches, guarding you from voices that would try to discourage or distract you. Stay close to me and keep your heart soft, because very good news is coming for you, and it will require humility as well as joy. Listen to me now before it is too late, because I am aligning circumstances that will soon step into your visible world. Do not skip me in this hour, because your spirit needs strength to receive what your hands have long been waiting for. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. Very good news is coming for you in a way that will restore dignity where you once felt small and overlooked. I know how certain situations made you question your worth, especially when others failed to see your loyalty and your consistent effort. I have been watching closely, and I am lifting you into a position of greater stability and honor that reflects who you truly are. This emergency is a reminder that you must not turn away right before restoration touches your name. There is a shift in your environment that is already forming, even if it appears subtle on the surface. Conversations are being guided, decisions are being influenced, and paths are being cleared without your full awareness. Very good news is coming for you, and it carries with it confirmation that I was always ahead of every obstacle you faced. If your heart feels strengthened by this assurance, write 777 inches the comments as a sign that you stand ready for this divine change. I know the weariness that has sometimes settled on your shoulders like a heavy cloak, making it difficult to expect anything different from yesterday. That heaviness has tried to convince you that waiting is pointless and that hope is risky. I am removing that cloak gently, replacing it with fresh courage and renewed anticipation. Listen to me now before it is too late, because your expectation is about to meet fulfillment. Very good news is coming for you in areas where you felt misunderstood or wrongly judged. I am revealing truth and clearing confusion that once clouded your relationships and your reputation. What was hidden will become clear, and what was distorted will be corrected in a way that brings peace rather than conflict. Do not skip me during this process, because patience will allow everything to unfold with grace instead of frustration. There is also emotional renewal on its way to you, because you have carried disappointment that quietly shaped how you see your future. I am healing that perspective, teaching you again to see through the lens of trust instead of fear. The emergency is not dramatic exaggeration, but loving urgency, because you are standing at the edge of visible change. Very good news is coming for you, and it will challenge the negative narratives that once played repeatedly in your thoughts. You have been faithful even when reward seemed delayed, and you continued to give kindness even when it was not returned equally. That faithfulness has built a foundation stronger than you realize, and I am about to build upon it openly. Opportunities will arise that reflect your true character and your quiet perseverance. Listen to me now before it is too late, because doubt would try to convince you that this is impossible when it is already in motion. Very good news is coming for you in practical, tangible ways that you will be able to point to with gratitude. It will not feel like imagination or vague hope, but like solid evidence that I am actively involved in your life. I am arranging meetings, outcomes, and timing with precision that surpasses your understanding. If you believe that I am working beyond what you can see, write 999 inches the comments as a declaration of trust. This emergency is also about protecting your heart from impatience, because impatience can cause you to act before my perfect timing. Remain steady and grounded, knowing that I am completing details that must align correctly. Very good news is coming for you, and when it arrives, it will fit into your life in a way that feels both surprising and deeply right. You will recognize that the waiting had purpose and that every delay carried hidden preparation. I am strengthening your inner life so that when success or breakthrough appears, it will not overwhelm you or pull you away from humility. You will remain anchored in gratitude, remembering the nights when you cried quietly and asked for relief. Those nights were not wasted because they shaped your compassion and deepened your dependence on me. Listen to me now before it is too late, because gratitude will keep your blessing protected. Very good news is coming for you in the form of restored confidence that allows you to move forward boldly. You will no longer shrink back from opportunities because of past failures or rejections. I am rewriting the story you tell yourself, replacing fear with courage and hesitation with clarity. This emergency is a loving call to remain attentive, because your readiness matters as much as the blessing itself. There are also financial and material adjustments that are forming quietly, easing pressure you once carried heavily. I am opening paths of provision that will bring relief and stability into your daily life. This will not come through chaos but through order, and you will sense my guidance in each step you take. Do not skip me now, because wisdom will help you steward what is arriving with care and integrity. Very good news is coming for you in relationships that will nourish rather than drain you. I am aligning you with people who see your value and who support your growth instead of competing with your progress. You will feel understood and respected in ways that once seemed distant. Listen to me now before it is too late, because isolation is not your destiny, and connection is part of the gift I am sending. As these changes unfold, you may look back and realize how close you were to giving up entirely. You will see that the darkest stretch came right before visible dawn began to rise. This emergency was my way of holding your attention, preventing you from stepping away from hope at the last moment. Very good news is coming for you, and it carries my signature of faithfulness stamped clearly upon it. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. I am speaking with urgency wrapped in tenderness because timing matters, and your heart must remain awake to receive what I have prepared. Listen to me now before it is too late, because hesitation in this hour would only cause unnecessary sorrow when joy is already forming. Do not skip me, because your spirit needs to be steady while heaven completes what it started. Very good news is coming for you in a way that will feel like sudden light after a long stretch of dimness. You have walked through confusion and uncertainty, and there were days when progress felt painfully slow and almost invisible. I was shaping details that required patience, and now those details are aligning with precision that will soon become clear. This emergency is my loving call to keep your faith engaged so you do not shrink back into old doubt right before breakthrough becomes visible. You have sometimes measured your life by what has not happened yet, forgetting the growth that quietly strengthened you along the way. I have been building resilience inside you so that when this good news arrives, you will carry it with maturity and gratitude. The blessing coming to you is not fragile, but your mindset must remain healthy so you can receive it without fear. If you sense that your season is truly shifting, write 15 inches the comments as a declaration that you are ready to walk forward in faith. Very good news is coming for you in areas that once caused you silent embarrassment or private disappointment. I am restoring what felt incomplete and filling gaps that once made you feel behind others. You will soon recognize that you were never behind in my plan, only being prepared for something more fitting and lasting. Listen to me now before it is too late, because comparison would steal your joy right before celebration enters your life. This emergency also carries a protective purpose, because discouragement has tried to convince you that nothing will change. That voice is not mine, and it has no authority over your future. I am replacing that discouragement with evidence of progress that will silence every lingering doubt. Very good news is coming for you, and it will feel like relief flowing gently through places that once felt tight and burdened. There are shifts happening in conversations around you that you are not yet aware of, and decisions being shaped that will open space for your advancement. I am influencing hearts and guiding outcomes in ways that serve your long-term good. When the result becomes visible, you will understand that this was never random but carefully orchestrated. Do not skip me in this hour, because gratitude will keep your heart aligned with humility as doors open. Very good news is coming for you in the form of restored confidence that allows you to stand taller and speak with assurance. Past mistakes will no longer define your identity, and rejection will lose its sting as acceptance replaces it. I am healing how you see yourself so that you can step into opportunity without shrinking back. Listen to me now before it is too late, because the final stage of preparation is unfolding inside your heart. You have carried responsibility with seriousness, even when no one acknowledged your effort or sacrifice. I saw the discipline and integrity that you maintained, even when shortcuts were tempting. That integrity has built credibility in places you cannot yet see, and it is about to yield fruit in tangible ways. Very good news is coming for you, because faithfulness never goes unnoticed in my kingdom. There is also peace approaching you that will settle your anxious thoughts and quiet restless nights. You have worried about outcomes beyond your control, and that worry has drained your energy slowly. I am bringing clarity that will remove uncertainty and replace it with calm assurance. If you believe that I am actively clearing your path, write 555 inches the comments as a sign of your trust in my guidance. This emergency is about keeping your heart open rather than guarded as you step into this new chapter. Guarded hearts struggle to receive fully, even when blessings arrive gently. I am softening any hardness left by disappointment so that you can experience joy without fear of losing it. Very good news is coming for you, and it will not demand perfection, only openness and gratitude. You will notice subtle signs first, small confirmations that something is changing in your favor. These signs are not coincidence, but quiet evidence that I am fulfilling my promise over your life. Pay attention to them, because they are meant to strengthen your expectation before the larger breakthrough becomes visible. Listen to me now before it is too late, because awareness will protect your joy from being overshadowed by old habits of doubt. Very good news is coming for you in practical matters that once felt overwhelming, including decisions that seemed too complex to resolve. I am untangling complications and aligning solutions that bring stability and direction. What once felt stuck will begin to move forward with unexpected smoothness. Do not skip me during this transition, because wisdom will guide you to handle progress responsibly and calmly. You have endured longer than you thought you could, and that endurance has shaped strength within you that cannot be shaken easily. When this good news arrives, you will appreciate it deeply because you remember what it felt like to wait patiently. I am not only giving you relief, but also increasing your capacity to sustain blessing without losing perspective. Very good news is coming for you, and it carries growth along with joy. As this emergency season draws closer to visible fulfillment, I am surrounding you with protection so that nothing steals your peace. Stay anchored in prayer and gratitude, because these will guard your heart from pride and distraction. The change approaching you is real, and it will confirm that your trust in me was not misplaced. Remain attentive and hopeful, because what is unfolding now is part of a divine design that reflects my love for you personally. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. My child, do not step away in the final stretch, because what you have waited for is nearer than it has ever been. Very good news is coming for you, and it carries healing, restoration, and renewed confidence that will shape your future gently and powerfully. Do not skip me in this sacred moment, because what is about to unfold will confirm that I have been guiding every hidden detail. Very good news is coming for you in ways that will restore balance, where life once felt uneven and unfair. You have watched others advance while you felt paused in place, and you have wrestled privately with disappointment that you tried to hide behind a brave face. I saw every effort you made to stay kind and faithful, even when your own needs felt unmet. This emergency is my loving insistence that you remain steady, because equity and restoration are forming in your favor. You have been strengthened quietly, and that strength is about to meet opportunity that matches it properly. I never waste a season of waiting, and I never allow hidden preparation to remain fruitless. The very good news coming for you carries recognition that aligns with your growth and responsibility that fits your maturity. If you feel your faith rising as you read these words, write 17 inches the comments as a sign that you stand ready for what I am releasing. Listen to me now before it is too late, because the enemy of your peace has tried to exhaust you emotionally so that you would not expect good things anymore. Exhaustion dulls anticipation and makes blessing feel unrealistic, yet I am renewing your energy and sharpening your hope again. Very good news is coming for you, and it will not depend on your perfection but on my faithfulness. Your role in this moment is to remain anchored rather than anxious, steady rather than scattered. There are adjustments being made in areas you once believed were permanently fixed against you. I am shifting perspectives in people who misunderstood you, and I am softening attitudes that once created barriers. When you witness this change, you will recognize that I have been working quietly behind scenes you could not access. Do not skip me now, because gratitude in advance prepares your heart to receive without pride. Very good news is coming for you in your inner life as well, because peace will replace the tension you have carried for longer than you realize. You have been strong for others while privately battling discouragement, and that silent burden has weighed heavily on your spirit. I am lifting that weight carefully and replacing it with renewed clarity and confidence. This emergency is not about pressure, but about protection, because despair would have robbed you of joy right before restoration appears. You may soon receive confirmation in forms that feel both surprising and deeply familiar, because what is coming aligns with desires I placed in your heart long ago. I planted those desires carefully, not as empty dreams but as seeds, waiting for the right season. Very good news is coming for you that will water those seeds and allow them to grow visibly. Listen to me now before it is too late, because disbelief would cause you to question what is meant to bless you. There is also healing moving through your relationships, even those that seem strained beyond repair. I am teaching you how to communicate with gentleness and how to release resentment without losing wisdom. When reconciliation appears, it will feel natural rather than forced, and it will carry maturity instead of emotional chaos. If you trust that I am restoring connections according to my will, write 19 inches the comments as a declaration of faith. Very good news is coming for you in material and practical matters that once created stress and sleepless nights. I am aligning provision with responsibility so that stability replaces uncertainty. You will sense order forming where confusion once ruled, and you will recognize that this order did not happen by accident. Do not skip me during this unfolding, because stewardship and humility will guard what you receive. The emergency also involves your mindset, because abundance must meet a heart that knows how to handle it with grace. I am teaching you not to rush ahead of my timing or to cling to old fears that no longer serve you. Very good news is coming for you, and it will require confidence balanced with gratitude. You will not need to prove yourself to anyone, because the fruit of your life will speak clearly on its own. You have been tested in patience, and that patience has refined you into someone stronger than you once believed possible. I allowed certain delays because your character needed depth before your platform expanded. Now the expansion is approaching, and it will not overwhelm you because your foundation has been secured carefully. Listen to me now before it is too late, because steadiness in this moment determines how smoothly you step forward. Very good news is coming for you in creative ideas and inspiration that open new paths for growth and influence. I am awakening talents that you once set aside out of fear or discouragement. Those talents will find expression again, and they will serve not only you but others who need encouragement. This emergency is my call to awaken expectation, because imagination rooted in faith prepares the way for visible change. As you move closer to this breakthrough, you may feel a mixture of excitement and hesitation. That hesitation is natural when stepping into unfamiliar blessing, yet you must not allow it to control you. I am guiding you gently, ensuring that each step forward feels supported and clear. Very good news is coming for you, and it carries my assurance that you are not walking alone into this new chapter. Very good news is coming for you in a way that will make sense of delays you once resented quietly. There were seasons when you felt overlooked, and you wondered whether your dedication was even noticed by anyone. I noticed everything, and I was shaping circumstances carefully so that when advancement came, it would be stable rather than fragile. This emergency is simply my loving insistence that you remain anchored in trust as the final adjustments are completed. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. You have grown in ways you cannot fully measure yet, especially in patience, discernment, and compassion. Those qualities were not developed by comfort, but by perseverance through difficulty. Now they are becoming assets that position you to receive the very good news coming for you with maturity and grace. If you sense that your season is truly turning, write 2 inches the comments as a declaration that you are stepping forward with faith. Listen to me now before it is too late, because fear may try one last time to whisper that nothing significant will happen. That whisper is not truth, and it has no authority over the promise I have spoken over your life. Very good news is coming for you, and it is already influencing events in ways that will soon become undeniable. You are not imagining this shift, and you are not hoping in vain, because I am faithful to complete what I begin. There is a restoration of confidence forming within you that will allow you to act decisively instead of hesitating constantly. In the past, hesitation protected you from further disappointment, but now it could limit your progress if you allow it to remain. I am strengthening your inner resolve so that when opportunity appears, you will step into it without shrinking back. Do not skip me in this hour, because courage aligned with my guidance leads to lasting growth. Very good news is coming for you in areas where you felt emotionally drained and unsupported. I am sending renewed connection and understanding through people who will value your presence and respect your boundaries. You will feel seen and appreciated in ways that once seemed distant and unlikely. This emergency is my way of ensuring that your heart stays open rather than guarded, because guarded hearts struggle to receive freely. You have carried responsibility with quiet dignity, even when recognition felt delayed or absent. I saw the discipline and integrity that shaped your daily choices, and I have been weaving those qualities into opportunities that match your character. The very good news coming for you will reflect the consistency you maintained during unseen seasons. Listen to me now before it is too late, because humility and gratitude will keep your blessing secure. There is also clarity, coming to decisions that once felt overwhelming and complex. I am untangling confusion and revealing options that align with your long-term peace rather than short-term relief. When this clarity settles into your heart, you will feel lighter and more confident about the path ahead. If you trust that I am guiding your steps carefully, write 5 inches the comments as a sign of your confidence in my direction. Very good news is coming for you financially and practically, easing burdens that once caused restless nights and silent worry. I am aligning provision with responsibility so that stability grows steadily instead of fluctuating unpredictably. What once felt uncertain will begin to feel ordered and manageable. Do not skip me during this unfolding, because wisdom and patience will allow you to steward what you receive with integrity. This emergency also protects you from discouragement in the final stretch, because sometimes the most intense doubt appears right before breakthrough. I am shielding your mind from those thoughts and strengthening your awareness of my presence. Very good news is coming for you, and it will confirm that your trust was not misplaced. You will look back and realize that the tension you felt was simply the pressure of change preparing to release. You may soon notice small confirmations that signal the beginning of visible transformation. These confirmations are gentle reminders that I am fulfilling my word step by step. Pay attention to them, because they will build anticipation rather than anxiety. Listen to me now before it is too late, because gratitude in these early signs will prepare your heart for greater joy. Very good news is coming for you in creative ideas and renewed motivation that inspire progress instead of stagnation. I am reviving dreams that you once set aside because circumstances felt limiting. Those dreams were not misplaced, and they were not forgotten by me. This emergency is my loving call to awaken expectation again, because anticipation rooted in faith attracts courage and action. You have endured disappointment without allowing it to harden your heart completely, and that softness is precious. It allows you to remain compassionate and hopeful even after setbacks. I am honoring that softness with blessing that brings reassurance rather than more testing. Very good news is coming for you, and it carries gentleness that will soothe old wounds. As this season unfolds, you will sense that peace is becoming more constant and less fragile. You will not feel the same urgency to prove yourself or to chase approval. Instead, you will walk with steady assurance that your identity is secure in me. Do not skip me now, because identity rooted in truth allows you to handle success without losing balance. My child, the emergency I have been speaking about is now unfolding in a way that requires calm strength from you, because the very good news coming for you is no longer distant preparation but living reality approaching your hands. I have carried you through seasons of silence so that when this moment arrived, you would recognize it as my faithful hand and not as coincidence. Listen to me now before it is too late, because your final posture of trust will determine how peacefully you step into what I have prepared. Do not skip me in this sacred hour, because clarity is forming and it will settle deeply into your life. Very good news is coming for you in ways that will affirm that your waiting was not wasted time but purposeful shaping. You have endured moments when you felt unseen, and there were nights when you questioned whether your prayers had reached heaven at all. I heard every word, even the ones you could not speak clearly because emotion filled your throat. This emergency is my loving way of reminding you that your story is moving forward and that sorrow was never meant to be the final chapter. Why was this 7-second brain ritual hidden for so long? A leaked CIA document exposed a technique so powerful, people are canceling debt and calling in wealth within days. Validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it helps attract money like never before. But this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it disappears forever. You are about to witness alignment in areas that once felt chaotic and uncertain. I am bringing order into spaces that caused you anxiety and restoring balance where life once felt heavy. The very good news coming for you carries stability and reassurance that will quiet the constant tension you carried inside. If you feel your heart strengthening as you continue listening, write 1212 in the comments as a declaration that you are prepared for this turning point. Listen to me now before it is too late, because doubt will try to appear one last time as this breakthrough approaches. Doubt often grows louder when change is closest, attempting to make you retreat into what feels familiar. I am shielding your mind from that retreat and reminding you that familiarity is not always safety. Very good news is coming for you, and it will stretch your faith gently while increasing your joy steadily. There is a renewal of purpose awakening within you, and it will bring fresh direction to areas that once felt stagnant. You will begin to see possibilities where you once saw only limitation. I am expanding your vision carefully so that progress feels intentional rather than rushed. Do not skip me in this hour, because steady progress anchored in faith creates lasting fulfillment. Very good news is coming for you in your personal growth, and you will recognize that the strength you built quietly is now supporting visible success. You are not the same person who first entered this season of waiting, because perseverance has matured your character deeply. I allowed certain trials to refine your resilience so that blessing would not overwhelm you when it arrived. This emergency is my gentle encouragement to remain humble and grateful as doors open. You may soon experience conversations that feel different from past interactions, because respect and understanding are being restored around you. I am softening hearts that once resisted you and clarifying misunderstandings that created distance. This change will not come with chaos, but with calm recognition of truth. If you trust that reconciliation is part of the very good news coming for you, write 777 inches the comments as a sign of your faith. Listen to me now before it is too late, because impatience could tempt you to rush ahead of my careful timing. I am guiding each step so that nothing collapses under pressure or haste. The blessing forming in your life has depth and foundation, and it must unfold with order. Very good news is coming for you, and it will arrive in a way that feels stable rather than sudden confusion. Financial and practical relief are also part of this unfolding, easing burdens that weighed heavily on your thoughts. I have been arranging provision through pathways you did not anticipate, ensuring that stability replaces uncertainty. When this relief becomes visible, you will recognize that I was never absent from your daily concerns. Do not skip me as this relief manifests, because gratitude and wisdom will protect what you receive. This emergency also strengthens your identity, because blessing must meet a heart that knows who it is in me. You will not need to prove yourself or compete for validation once this new season becomes clear. Confidence will grow naturally as you see evidence of my faithfulness in your circumstances. Very good news is coming for you, and it will affirm that your worth was never determined by temporary setbacks. You have endured emotional fatigue without allowing bitterness to take root completely. That choice to remain kind and faithful even when tired has positioned you for honor and favor. I am honoring your perseverance with peace that surpasses the tension you once carried. If you believe that this peace is already surrounding you, write 10 inches the comments as a declaration of your trust. Listen to me now before it is too late, because gratitude in advance strengthens your readiness for celebration. I am not bringing blessing to test you, but to uplift you and remind you that my promises remain constant. Very good news is coming for you, and it carries both joy and responsibility that align beautifully with your growth. You are prepared for this moment more than you realize. As this season unfolds fully, you will look back and see how close you came to giving up entirely. You will understand that the emergency was my loving intervention to keep your heart attentive in the final stretch. What once felt like pressure was actually preparation guiding you gently toward fulfillment. Remain calm and confident, because what is happening now reflects my unwavering commitment to your life. My child, stay anchored in trust and gratitude as the very good news coming for you settles into visible reality. This is not a fleeting moment, but the beginning of a renewed chapter marked by clarity, stability, and restored joy. You once saw tomorrow through a lens of uncertainty and guarded expectation. but that lens is being replaced with clarity and calm assurance. I am showing you that hope is not fragile when it is anchored in me, and that stability can replace the instability you once endured. This emergency was never about panic, but about positioning your heart correctly before breakthrough became visible. You are beginning to sense that something has shifted internally, even before all external results are fully revealed. That inner shift is the evidence that your season of waiting has ended and your season of receiving has begun. The very good news coming for you is aligning with the growth you developed quietly over time. If you feel peace rising steadily inside you, write 999 inches the comments as a declaration that you recognize this turning point. Listen to me now before it is too late, because sometimes the final step into blessing requires you to release old habits of doubt. Doubt once protected you from disappointment, but now it could prevent you from embracing joy completely. I am gently guiding you to trust fully without bracing for loss. Very good news is coming for you, and it is not temporary comfort but lasting change shaped by my faithfulness. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that flips lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth brainwaves. People are stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles, but this breakthrough won't stay online for very long. Click the link in the comments before it's deleted. There is restoration taking place in your confidence, and it will allow you to move forward without constantly second-guessing yourself. You will begin to notice that decisions feel clearer and that opportunities seem less intimidating. I am aligning your courage with your calling so that progress feels natural rather than forced. Do not skip me in this moment, because humility and gratitude will keep your success balanced and healthy. Very good news is coming for you in your home and in the atmosphere surrounding your daily life. Peace will settle where tension once lingered, and understanding will replace confusion. I am smoothing out areas that once created strain and replacing them with calm cooperation. This emergency has served its purpose by keeping your spirit alert until harmony could fully enter. You have carried burdens that were never meant to stay on your shoulders permanently. I allowed you to grow through them, but I never intended for them to define your future. Now those burdens are being lifted, and relief is entering gently and steadily. If you believe that this relief is part of the very good news coming for you, write 1111 in the comments as a sign of your faith. Listen to me now before it is too late, because celebration must be received with gratitude rather than fear. You may feel unfamiliar with ease after so much tension, yet ease is not a trap, but a gift from me. Very good news is coming for you in ways that will confirm that your endurance had purpose and your tears were not wasted. I am honoring your perseverance with outcomes that reflect my goodness clearly. There is also fresh inspiration awakening within you, because blessing is not only about receiving but also about creating and contributing. I am stirring ideas that will expand your influence and increase your impact gently. Those ideas will feel aligned with who you have become through patience and growth. Do not skip me as creativity rises, because alignment with my guidance ensures lasting fruit. Very good news is coming for you in recognition and affirmation that once felt distant or impossible. You will see acknowledgement of your effort in ways that feel sincere rather than forced. I have been preparing hearts to value your contribution and integrity openly. This emergency protected you from quitting before appreciation could surface naturally. You are stepping into a season where peace becomes your normal state rather than a rare moment. Anxiety will lose its grip, and stability will feel familiar instead of foreign. I am anchoring you in confidence that does not depend on circumstances but on my constant presence. Listen to me now before it is too late, because confidence rooted in me will carry you further than fear ever could. Very good news is coming for you financially and practically, and it will bring order where there was once unpredictability. I am guiding you into wise decisions that protect and grow what you receive. Stability will feel steady rather than fragile, and gratitude will replace constant worry. Do not skip me in this unfolding, because wisdom and humility safeguard prosperity. As this emergency season closes, you will look back and understand that it was my loving intervention to keep you attentive and hopeful. What once felt urgent now feels purposeful, because fulfillment has replaced uncertainty. Very good news is coming for you, and it is no longer just approaching but arriving in visible and tangible ways. You are not forgotten, you are not overlooked, and you are not behind, because I have guided every step of your journey. My child, remain grounded in gratitude and steady in trust as this chapter continues to open before you. I have brought you through testing and into testimony, through waiting and into witnessing fulfillment. The very good news coming for you is a reflection of my unwavering care and my commitment to your well-being. I spoke with intensity because I needed your heart awake, not because I wanted to frighten you, but because awareness was necessary before fulfillment could feel real. Listen to me now before it is too late, because gratitude must take root deeply so that peace can remain steady. Do not skip me in this gentle transition, because what is unfolding is not temporary excitement, but lasting transformation. Very good news is coming for you in a way that reshapes how you see your past struggles. You once viewed them as proof that life was unfair and unpredictable, but now you will begin to see how each trial strengthened your endurance and refined your character. I did not allow hardship to destroy you, but to prepare you for responsibility and growth that required resilience. This emergency season kept you alert until your heart was fully aligned with trust rather than fear. You are noticing subtle confirmations in your daily life that something has shifted permanently. Doors that once resisted you are opening more easily, and conversations that once felt tense now feel smoother and more cooperative. The very good news coming for you carries this steady change that builds confidence without chaos. If you recognize this quiet but powerful shift, write 888 inches the comments as a declaration that you accept this new season with gratitude. Listen to me now before it is too late, because celebration must be embraced without suspicion. After long seasons of waiting, it can feel safer to expect disappointment than to fully welcome joy. I am teaching you that joy rooted in my faithfulness does not need to be feared. Very good news is coming for you, and it carries security that does not vanish when circumstances fluctuate. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. There is a deeper healing taking place within your heart, especially in areas where disappointment once created silent wounds. I am restoring your ability to trust again without feeling vulnerable or naive. The restoration unfolding in your life is not rushed, but steady and intentional. Do not skip me as healing completes its work, because wholeness prepares you to sustain blessing with maturity. Very good news is coming for you in your relationships, and you will sense renewed respect and mutual understanding forming naturally. I am teaching you how to communicate with grace while maintaining healthy boundaries. As these dynamics shift, you will feel less drained and more supported. This emergency ensured that you remained attentive long enough to witness reconciliation and stability replace tension. You have also grown in discernment, and that growth will protect you in this new chapter. You are learning to recognize what aligns with peace and what disrupts it, and that awareness will guide your decisions wisely. The very good news coming for you is accompanied by clarity that guards your heart from repeating old patterns. If you trust that this clarity is part of my guidance, write 14 inches the comments as a sign of your confidence. Listen to me now before it is too late, because humility must walk beside progress to keep your heart balanced. I am elevating you gently, not to create pride, but to reflect my faithfulness over your life. You will not need to boast or strive for attention, because the fruit of your perseverance will speak quietly and clearly. Very good news is coming for you, and it will affirm that your patience has not been wasted. There is also fresh motivation rising within you, encouraging you to pursue goals that once felt distant or unrealistic. I am breathing new life into dreams that were placed in your heart long ago. Those dreams are no longer fragile hopes, but developing realities shaped by preparation and timing. Do not skip me in this awakening, because partnership with my guidance ensures lasting fulfillment. Very good news is coming for you in practical areas where stress once overshadowed your peace. Financial pressure, uncertainty about direction, and lingering instability are being replaced with order and steady provision. I am aligning resources with responsibility so that growth feels secure rather than overwhelming. This emergency was my loving way of preventing you from giving up right before stability took root. You will begin to see yourself differently, no longer defined by past setbacks but by resilience and growth. Confidence will feel natural rather than forced, and courage will rise without constant inner struggle. I am restoring your self-perception so that you can step forward without carrying old insecurities. Listen to me now before it is too late, because identity rooted in truth sustains success without fear. Very good news is coming for you in opportunities that align with your character and calling. I am placing you in environments where your strengths are recognized and valued. These opportunities will not demand you to compromise your integrity, but will affirm it. If you believe that alignment is unfolding in your favor, write 6 inches the comments as a declaration that you trust my placement. As this chapter continues, you will look back at the emergency and understand that it was never about alarm but about alignment. I needed your heart fully engaged before blessing could be fully appreciated. What once felt urgent now feels purposeful, because fulfillment has replaced uncertainty. Very good news is coming for you, and it is settling into your life with depth and permanence. My child, remain steady and grateful as this transformation continues to unfold. I have walked you through testing into testimony, through waiting into witnessing visible change. The emergency was my loving call to keep you attentive until your breakthrough became undeniable. You are beginning to notice how your reactions have changed, how situations that once triggered anxiety now meet steady composure instead. That composure is evidence of growth that happened while you were waiting. The very good news coming for you includes this internal transformation that allows you to handle success with wisdom. If you sense that you are standing on firmer ground emotionally, write 1313 in the comments as a declaration that you recognize this growth. Listen to me now before it is too late, because progress must be sustained by continued humility and awareness. I am not withdrawing my guidance simply because you have entered a more stable season. Very good news is coming for you in continued opportunities that require discernment and integrity. Staying close to me ensures that advancement does not outpace wisdom. There is a fresh rhythm forming in your daily life, and it carries balance. Where imbalance once created exhaustion, you are learning to move with purpose instead of rushing out of fear. I am guiding you into routines and decisions that protect your energy and strengthen your focus. Do not skip me as this rhythm stabilizes, because alignment with my direction ensures long-term peace. Very good news is coming for you in expanded influence, Yet this influence will not overwhelm you because it is supported by maturity. I have shaped your character carefully so that recognition does not inflate your ego or distort your priorities. You will remain grounded even as new responsibilities appear. This emergency ensured that your foundation was secure before your platform expanded. You may also notice increased clarity about your purpose, as confusion gives way to confidence. I am illuminating paths that align with your calling and closing those that would have drained your peace. The very good news coming for you includes this guidance that simplifies decisions rather than complicates them. If you trust that your direction is becoming clearer, write 444 inches the comments as a sign of your faith in my leading.